Hello everyone, my name is Catalina Gonzalez. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome to video number 13 of my Quick and Easy Monday cards. I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I'm so excited to show you how to make this really cute background as you can see in this card. And this is the card we're going to be making today. Let's go ahead and get started because there's several supplies that we're gonna need, and it's a fun card to make. Let's see, we're gonna start with, you are going to need a piece of paper to put in the background to protect your table. We're going to need a piece of Whisper white cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. You score it at 4 1/4 and fold it in half. And some of the other supplies that we're going to be using are, to make the background, I am going to be using one of the masks from these Pattern Party Decorative masks, and there's 4 of them, and they're really awesome. I really like using these to make my own backgrounds. And let me show you some of them. Look at that one. That one is so pretty. The one I'm going to be using is the brick one. Then we have this really pretty medallion. And look at these clouds. These are awesome. There's a packet of 4. All of these 4 come in one packet, and it's only $6. That's not bad. So let me go ahead and leave that one outside because that's the one I'm going to be using. Second, another thing, the inks that I'm going to be using are the Tuxedo Black, the Flirty Flamingo, the Sahara Sand, and the Parrot Pisas ink pads, and Pisas, I think that's how you pronounce it. Also, I'm going to need a sticky note pad, and what I'm going to do is, what you want to do is stamp the flower right there, the image where the sticky part is, and then trim it down. And this is what you're going to be getting, and you're going to need that. I did a couple of those so in case I needed another one. And oh, the stamp set that we're going to be focusing is the same stamp set that I used last week, but I wasn't able to post the video, so I'm so excited to post it today. This is called the Oh So Eclectic stamp set, and as you can see, this is the image we're going to be using. This one also comes with a shaded flower that you can stamp that and then stamp this on top of that, and it comes out with a pretty image. And I'll show you what I've done with one of the cards from my Casing Tuesday at the end of the video. And then of course you have these leaves, and you also have the flower with a shaded background that you can stamp there as well. And it also has some really nice sentiments. I like you, oh hello friend, missing you, you're just lovely. And the card that I showed you is oh hello friend, but today I'm going to be using the missing you. Also, you're going to need a little sponge dauber for coloring the flower today. I think that is all the supplies that I need, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I did is I went ahead and placed the card right there on the grid, because you don't want to, again, you want a piece of paper so you can protect your table. And what you want to do is you can just align that. I try to align this bottom part with the end of the card like this, and if that's straight, then I think everything else will be okay. And what I did is just go ahead and take some tape and tape it right at the end so you can hold a mask. And actually you're going to need two different sponge daubers. One of them is for the Sahara sand and the other one for the Flirty Flamingo. So that's what you want to do. You want to try to line that there. And you can sponge anywhere you want. But I'm going to sponge right here in a diagonal area right here. I'm going to do it diagonal to look like the card that I showed you earlier. Let me pull that out right here. See, I want that in a diagonal look. Okay, so what I did is I'm going to start with the Sahara ink and just go ahead and sponge that on your dauber, and then just do circle motions, the areas that you want, and then just go like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because this is just going to be a pretty background that you want on your card. And you can do this as wide as you want. You can make a thin line, a wide area, and that's going to look good. So depending on what you want, that's what you want to do. And you just want to do a light background there. And I think I'm doing it about maybe an inch or so, a little bit, almost 2 inches, or an inch and a half, something like that. I think I'll make it a little bit long, a little bit wider here. And then all I do is just do the circle motions and get that ink, some of that ink on that bunch right there. And I think that's okay. I don't want it too dark. I think the first one I did a little bit too dark, but we'll see how that looks. Okay, so now you want to put your ink pad away, and let's see what we came up with. And just pull that mask off. Okay, there you go. It's a little bit thinner, which is fine. I wanted that. I didn't want it too thick. And now I really like that background. I mean, you can do a lot of things with these masks. Let's see. Let's go ahead and stamp the flower. Get some of that ink on there. And I'm going to want it right here. It's the same, just a little bit higher than the one that I had. Right there. Just ink it there. Let's see. Now what you want to do is, what I did first is before I colored the flower, I went ahead and stamped the leaves. So just take your cutout and put it right above that. This is called the masking technique. That's what we're doing. You want to put it right there. You want to get your pear pizzazz, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and ink that leaves right here. Okay, I think we got pretty good ink there. Okay, I'm gonna try, let me see, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to put the leaves kind of closer together, and then just kind of squeeze it right there by the sticky note, so you can kind of get the ink a little bit close to the flower like this. Okay, see that right there? Alright, so now let's do the other leaf, and I want it right close to that rather than too spread apart. Let me see here, right here. Squeeze that again, and and just be gently, just rock it back and forth so you can get some of the ink and hold it there for a little bit. Here we go. Oh, I like that better. Okay, now let's go ahead and close this up. And now you can go ahead and take that sticky note out. And let's go ahead and stamp the greeting first before we do that. The last thing I want to do is color the flower. Let's do that. Hang on just a second here. Let me get some of that ink. We're good. And this time, well, let's do it right there. And I'm going to go ahead and move the card a little bit down, and hopefully this will be straight. I'm going to stand up so I can see better. I'm going to put it right there. Just hold it. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and color that flower using Flirty Flamingo and get my dabber out and just in circle motions just color that flower. You can go as light as you want or as dark as you want. I really like this Flirty Flamingo, so I think I'm going to want it a little bit darker. Let's see, isn't that pretty? I love how this came out, so I really was looking forward to showing you how to use those masks. Okay, see that? Isn't that pretty? Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Guess what, guys? I almost forgot to show you. This is a card for Sunday. I used the same stamp set. And this is the shade image that I was telling you about with the flower. And what I did is I just stamped those there, and then I just the image in the middle. Isn't that pretty? This one is the Casing Tuesday card. And this is the one, this is where I stamped the shaded flower and then the image on top. So I don't have to color that anymore. I just use the stamp set on that. And I will give you more instructions on, look at my website. Thank you. Bye-bye.